And hello, everybody. This is Dave Cruzen coming to you on this Saturday afternoon here at Gallatin County High School. The Gallatin County Lady Hawks open up regional tournament play today as they will be taking on the Egyptian Lady Pharaohs. And the game is about 11 minutes or so away from the start time. So we are going to step away for a moment, come back with some information about this game, calendar of games to come up, and some other things before we get started here in about 11 minutes or so.
The Gallatin County Athletic Boosters would like to say a huge thank you to this year's broadcast sponsors. Ultra-fast speeds? Check. Future-proof network? Check. Locally owned with local technicians and local customer service? Triple check. Shawnee Communications has built its fiber network to ensure your online lifestyle never skips a beat. Whether you're streaming, deploying smart home devices, or working remotely, Shawnee Communication checks all of your boxes. To learn more, visit www.shawnee.com. Wenzel Lumber Company, located at 7490 Island Riffle Road in Junction, Illinois, are producers of crane and access mats, hardwood cribbling, mine props, timbers, and pin boards. Call 618-269-3286 for all your lumber needs at Wenzel Lumber Company. New Hope General Baptist Church and Pastor Daniel Accord invite everyone to join them for Sunday school at 9:30, church at 10:30, and Thursday night Bible study at 6 o'clock. They are located just 4 miles north of Ridgeway on Jackson New Hope Road. New Hope General Baptist Church, sharing God's love together. Banterra Bank is proud to support Gallatin County schools. Did you know that Banterra has been helping our community thrive since 1975? It all started right here in Gallatin County with Banterra's very first branch in Ridgeway. Today, 50 years later, Banterra has grown to more than 40 locations across 6 states, and they are proud to be based in Southern Illinois. Now, opening an account is easier than ever with Banterra's new online account opening option. You can get started anytime, anywhere. Stop by your local branch or visit Banterra Bank to open your account today. Banterra Bank, member FDIC. Are you looking for a place where you can feel like part of the family? A place to grow in faith and connect with your community? We'd love for you to join us this Sunday at the Ohio Valley General Baptist Church in Shawneetown, located at 188 East Church Street. Come as you are. Everyone is welcome. Our Sunday school kicks things off at 10 a.m. Then stay with us for our Sunday morning worship service at 11 a.m., where Pastor Perry Musgraves brings an inspiring message straight from Scripture. Find your church family at Ohio Valley General Baptist Church.
The philosophy of Legence Bank is sit down with the customer, listen to their needs, and figure it out and figure a solution for them.
During COVID, Legence, they were who we looked for the PPP loan help, which allowed us to guarantee wages with our employees. Legence, they understand your entire business, whether it be checking, savings, equipment loans. They've really been a great partner in our business.
We have a great array of business products that we offer our customers. Our app is a great feature that we offer because there's so many capabilities with it. All of these different ways of taking care of your business definitely help the business work smoothly and efficiently.
Shawnee Tree Service LLC is a fully insured local business that provides 24/7 service on storm cleanup. They also provide tree trimming, tree removal, and stump grinding. Contact Gallatin County native Garrett Crane at 618-383-3019 for all your needs. The Gallatin County Athletic Boosters would also like to thank the following families and individuals: Larry and Jill Fillingham, John and Kathy Seeley, Terry and Anita Golden, the West family, Nick and Jacqueline Hunt, Mike and Charlotte Pritchett, Patty Winters, the Russell family, class of 1992. A huge thank you to all the sponsors for supporting your Hawks athletics.
All right, I'm back with you here. I was just getting some of the information for some of the for the Egyptian Lady Pharaohs roster. Some of their information was different than what we had in our books. I wanted to get the official information for you. Hey, let's talk about this game. This is the opening round of the regional tournament. The Lady Hawks come into this game with a record of 15 wins and 14 losses. Egyptian comes in just the almost the opposite. They come in with 4 wins and 15 losses. These two teams have not met this year. They've had a few common opponents in throughout the season. Egyptian has not beaten anyone that they've had in common with the Lady Hawks. So you can draw your own judgment from that. Like I said, this is the opening round game. The other opening round game for this regional is taking place at Pope County today. The Joppa Lady Rangers are taking on Pope County. The winner of that game will advance to Monday night's 6 o'clock game to take on the Christopher Lady Bearcats. The winner of this contest will advance to the 7:30 game Monday night, and they will square off with the Goreville Lady Black Cats. Those are the 2 higher seeds in the regional. So the Lady Hawks, who have been on the floor with both Goreville and Christopher, have to know that they are going to see some familiar opponents possibly as long as they keep winning and keep advancing. And first things first, though, today they have to get by the Egyptian Lady Pharaohs. So we are about 2 minutes away from the start of this one. Got a nice veteran refereeing crew here today. Jim and Jerry Suits, Ricky Williams on the call. And got a nice crowd filing in for a Saturday afternoon contest. The teams are heading over to the bench. Gonna try to adjust my camera just a little bit so everything can be seen. And I think we've done okay with that. And we will start with, I'm sure, the national anthem, and then we will have the introduction to the starting lineups. The Egyptian Lady Pharaohs come into this game with only 5 players here today, so no bench for them. They only had, 8 players originally on their roster, they are down a couple of players from that. So they are at a disadvantage with only 5. I mean, it makes it easy to figure out who the starting lineup is, but it sure makes it tough to try to navigate foul situations, and hopefully no injuries will take place. That would be something that would be not what we want to see. Never want to see that in a game, but especially when a team only has 5 players, they just have no way to recover from that. So the clock is scrolling down to the 0 mark. I see Coach Fromm down there. He'll probably play the national anthem. Was hoping maybe he would sing the national anthem today, but he said he wanted to rest his voice for the ball game. And we're ready to go.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please stand and face the flag for the playing of the national anthem.
And we're ready for the announcement of the starting lineups.
Welcome to today's game between the Egyptian Lady Pharaohs and your own Gallatin County Hawks. First, the lineup for the visiting Egyptian Lady Pharaohs. At guard, number 15, sophomore, Chloe Arnack.
Chloe Arnack, the first one out of the tunnel. She is a sophomore.
3, Allison Johnson.
Allison Johnson, also a sophomore.
At forward, number 12, another sophomore, Faith Kaufman.
Faith Kaufman, a sophomore.
At forward, freshman, number 2, Lyric Houston.
Lyric Houston, a freshman.
And at center, freshman, number 1, Vanessa Greenlee.
And Vanessa
The
Greenlee,
Lady
also a
Pharaohs are
freshman.
coached by Dale Pinder.
Yeah, Egyptian coached by Dale Pender. Have to say, with only 5 girls here today, I've watched him so far. He's been very encouraging to those young ladies. So,
Number 20, Riley Russell.
Riley Russell, the senior, getting the start for the Hawks.
Senior guard, number 23.
And Hannah Forrester, the other senior.
Forrester. At forward, number 5, junior, Cadence Holloway.
Cadence Holloway, she is a junior.
At forward, number 11, sophomore, Sophie Wargle.
Sophie Wargle is a sophomore. And to round it out is the other sophomore,
Center, number 31,
Hallie Holmes.
sophomore, Hallie Holmes. The Hawks are coached by Chris Baum and Bryce Brazier. Today's officials, Jim Suits, Jerry Suits, and Ricky Williams.
And we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and get that scoreboard thrown up for you there. Actually, today, why don't we just move that scoreboard up to the top of our board? And we are ready for basketball. Ball is tipped and controlled by the Lady Hawks. Riley Russell with the basketball into the front court for the Hawks. Over to Wargle. Down into the corner to Holloway. Back up top, Russell driving the lane, goes up, and a foul coming. They're going to count the basket against number 2. That is Lyric Houston. That will be her first, team first. And Gallatin breaks on top quickly, 2-0. As Russell completes the three-point play with the free throw. And the Lady Hawks jump out to a 3-0 lead. Here goes Egyptian back to their end of the floor. That would be number 12, Kaufman. Her pass to Greenlee, and they're going to call her for over and back. It will be Gallatin County basketball. And the Lady Hawks will take over with 7:40 to go in the first quarter. Into the front court, Riley Russell with the basketball. Over to Wargle in the corner. Holloway fires one up. Long 2 does not fall. Now over to Forrester. Forrester's shot no good. Rebound on the weak side. And it is Egyptian that comes up with it. Arnack with the basketball. Gives it off to Greenlee. Ahead to Houston, but it's stolen by Russell. Pass ahead off the foot of Wargle. And now off the foot of Cadence as a soccer game is broken out. And Egyptian will take over. Greenlee to inbound the ball for Egyptian. Into Arnack, and she is going to be almost tied up there. Pass though stolen by Sophie Wargle. Up and in, and the Lady Hawks break on top. Pass inbound stolen by Russell. She feeds Wargle, who makes a move and is going to be fouled underneath by Greenlee. That will be her first, team second, and that will send Sophie Wargle to the line to shoot 2. Sophie's first shot is up, and it is no good. She has one more coming. Sophie's second shot up, and it is rims in. And the Lady Hawks up 6-0. Houston with the basketball. She is going along there. She has it knocked out of bounds. It's going to be touched by Riley Russell. And Houston will inbound for Egyptian. Gets it into Greenlee. Greenlee across the timeline. Works her way back across. The ball stolen by Russell. And she's ahead of the crowd. Houston drives down, doesn't get it to stop. And Riley Russell scores, and we got a quick timeout for Egyptian. 30-second timeout. Lady Hawks at the 6:41 mark have an 8-0 lead. And the defensive pressure is paying off for the Lady Hawks. Just a reminder, this is the opening round of the regional. So the winner of this game will advance to Monday night's 7:30 game here at Gallatin County against the Goreville Lady Blackcats. And the buzzer sounds, we're ready to play. And it will be Egyptian basketball as they are going to take it the length of the court. And the Lady Hawks with their pressure stepping up. Ball inbounded and stolen, nearly stolen. Hannah Forrester with the ball. She steps up. Fires up the little 12-footer, up and good. Hannah Forrester connects, and the Lady Hawks out to a 10-0 lead. Ball knocked out of bounds. It's going to be last touch Egyptian. Russell into Holmes. Her shot up and good. And Hallie Holmes connects. Lady Hawks lead it 12-0. Kaufman tries to get it into Houston. The pass is stolen away by Wargle. The Lady Hawks to their end, down to Holloway. She drives the baseline. Her shot rims off. Holmes is there with the stick back. Hallie Holmes doing the work on the boards. The Lady Hawks up by 14. Now a quick steal by Russell, up and in. And the Lady Hawks are up 16. Houston gets it ahead to Arnak. Arnak looking for a little help. Throws it cross court. Stolen by Cadence Holloway. She drives in. She lays one in. Lady Hawks lead at 18-0. Greenlee with the basketball. Lady Hawks have pulled the pressure off. Greenlee comes down, fires the three. It rims off. Rebound, Wargle. She gives it off to Holloway. And at 5:14, the Lady Hawks have a commanding lead. Russell over on the far side to Holloway in the lane. Her shot no good. Holmes with the rebound. She goes up. They're going to call her for a travel. She got caught under the backboard. Checking in for the Lady Hawks, Abby Eastman, Harper Fromm, Mariah Horton, and Greenlee Baker as they leave Hallie Holmes on the floor as the only starter out there. Egyptian gets the ball across the line. They're going to say she stepped on the line, and it's going to be a turnover back to Gallatin County. Eastman with the basketball for the Lady Hawks up into the front court. Over to Fromm. Into Horton. Horton turns, feeds Hallie Holmes down low. Her shot no good. Gets her own board, goes up again. Foul coming. And it's going to be against Lyric Houston. That will be her second, team third, and it will send Hallie Holmes to the line to shoot two. Hallie's first shot rims off. Hallie connects on the second shot, however. And Egyptian back to their end. Kaufman over to Arnak. Arnak gets caught, and they're going to say she stepped on the line. So it's going to be Gallatin County basketball. That pressure defense has just been relentless for the Lady Hawks against the Lady Pharaohs. Harper Fromm with the ball. Over to Eastman. Eastman into Horton. Turns at the free throw line. Shoots. No good. Harper Fromm saves it back into Hallie Holmes. She feeds Horton down the lane. Her shot no good. Rebound comes off to Arnak of Egyptian. And Horton steals it from Arnak, gives it to Holmes. Pass underneath intended for Harper Fromm, knocked out of bounds. Gallatin basketball under their own basket. 4:15 on the clock. Baker into Fromm. Down to Baker in the corner, fires one up. Corner three. Greenlee Baker with the three. And we have a traveling call on the Egyptian player as she was bringing it up the floor. I was updating my score sheet. Fromm with the basketball, 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Hawks up by 22. Off to Baker, back to Eastman, fires the three, and it is good from downtown. Abby Eastman connects, and the Lady Hawks up by a quarter. Pass ahead on the steal from Eastman. Gets it to Fromm. Her shot up and good. Rebound comes off of Eastman, and it's going to be, nope, they're going to say last touch Egyptian, and it will be Gallatin County basketball. We have a timeout on the floor for Egyptian. 3:35 to go, first quarter, and the Lady Hawks lead it 25-0. Be back in a second. And the Lady Hawks, looks like 4 Lady Hawks back out on the floor to start. That were starters. They left Eastman on the floor. Pass in to Wargle. Her shot blocked. And the ball comes down. Riley Russell has it. Dumps it over to Wargle in the lane. Her shot up and good. And the Hawks lead it by 27. Pass knocked away and stolen. Riley Russell. She drives. She scores. And the Hawks have the 29-point advantage. In, Greenlee fires it over to number 3. That is Johnson. Her shot no good. Greenlee goes back up. She is going to be fouled. And I didn't capture it because I was busy fixing my stat sheet. Foul coming on Sophie Wargle. That is her first. And that will send Vanessa Greenlee to the line. She is a freshman for Egyptian. And her first shot rims out. Second shot up and good. Into the quarter, Holloway with the basketball up top to Forrester. Now over to Russell in the corner. Holloway, she drives, she puts it up. No good. Rebound comes down to number 3. That is Johnson for Egyptian. Her pass cross court to Arnack. Arnack gets it ahead to Houston. Houston into Greenlee. She fakes the shot, goes up, no good. Rebound comes down. Thought Johnson was going to get it, but it's going to be run down in the corner by Hannah Forrester. And now Riley Russell will bring it up court for the Lady Hawks. Russell over to Wargle. 2 minutes, 12 seconds to go. First quarter, down to Holloway on the baseline. Her shot no good. Follows her shot, gets her own rebound, has it blocked by Greenlee. Pass ends up in the hands of Forrester, and she is going to be fouled. And it is going to be on Lyric Houston, I believe. And that is her third. And it's the team fourth. And Hannah Forrester will go to the line to shoot 2. Hannah connects on her first shot. Jocelyn Oxford checks in. Sophie Wargle will go to the bench. Second shot from Hannah on its way up and good. And the Lady Hawks lead it by 30. Greenlee out to Johnson, now to Greenlee. into Kaufman. Pass knocked loose, and Hannah Forrester comes up with a loose ball. Hawks back to their end. Over to Oxford. Down to Forrester in the corner. Into Eastman, dumps it low to Holloway, who tries to feed Russell on the far side. It ends up in Oxford's hands, but it is taken away by Arnak. She gives it off to Greenlee, and Egyptian back to their end on offense. Pass cross court to Kaufman, up top to Greenlee. Now the shot put up by Arnak, no good. Rebound comes down long to Eastman. And the Lady Hawks, as we close in on the 1 minute mark of the first quarter. Oxford out to Eastman, over to Forrester. She drives in, tries to dump it low. Pass stolen by Houston, and a foul coming against Cadence Holloway, trying to reach in for the steal. 56 seconds left on the clock for the first quarter. Lady Hawks out to a big lead in this one. Greenlee fires up the three, no good. Houston with the rebound. She puts it back up, no good. Rebound comes down to Russell. Now the Lady Hawks have an opportunity to come down and get the last shot of the quarter. And Oxford goes ahead and fires one up, but it is no good. Out of bounds. It will be Egyptian basketball. 32.6 seconds left to go. Lady Hawks making a full cell substitution change here as everyone coming off the floor, and 5 new girls heading back out. Egyptian into the front court, fires the three, no good. Rebound comes long, fought for. Greenlee Baker had it, now she loses it. Kaufman has the ball for Egyptian. Is now still loose as they rip it away from Hallie Holmes. Ball still loose, Baker comes up with it. She drives the length of the floor, no good. Rebound fought for to Hallie Holmes, her shot no good. Holmes gets her own board, and it comes back down. It's going to be off the hands of an Egyptian player underneath there. And with 5 seconds to go, the Lady Hawks will inbound it into their own goal. Into Wargle, back to Horton. She turns, goes up, has her shot blocked by Greenlee. Harper Fromm comes down with a loose ball. At the end of one, the Lady Hawks lead it 31-1. We will be back in 60 seconds. And it's going to be Egyptian basketball across the way as we get ready to start the second quarter. On the floor for the Lady Hawks, Harper Fromm, Sophie Wargle, Greenlee Baker, Mariah Horton, and Hallie Holmes. Ball inbounded to Houston. She loses the handle on it, out of bounds, and the Lady Hawks will take over. I laugh because this is a situation, I mean, it's a lopsided game, and Coach Fromm is down there trying to do his best to coach, but also trying to do his best to not embarrass another team, and that's a hard position to be in. Wargle into Horton. Horton to Fromm. Over to Baker. She fires up the 12-footer, up and good. Greenlee Baker connects with a little jump shot. And the Lady Hawks score again to the front court. Houston with the basketball, gives it off to Arnak, fires the three, no good. Long rebound comes down to Greenlee. She goes up, no good. Hallie Holmes with the board, gives it off to Wargle, and the Lady Hawks back to their end of the floor. Harper Fromm with the basketball. Wargle to Holmes, dumps it low to Horton. Nice move by Mariah, gets herself set, goes up, scores. And that's Mariah's first basket of the game. Ball stolen at half court by Baker. Baker drives and has her shot blocked out of bounds by Vanessa Greenlee. And it is Gallatin County basketball. Ball into Horton, to Baker. Down to Fromm in the corner, fires one up, no good. Rebound comes down, knocked loose, and Baker comes up with it. Fromm over to Wargle, to Holmes. Down low, pass knocked away by Greenlee of Egyptian, out of bounds. The Gallatin County basketball. Ball into Baker, her shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Kaufman, and a foul, Arnack. And I got a foul coming on Greenlee Baker. That will be Greenlee's first. And that will be the team first on the Hawks as we are at the 6:20 mark left in the first half. Into Greenlee, out to, that was Johnson. Her shot no good, rims off. Baker has it. She drives the other way, goes down and is blocked out of bounds. Vanessa Greenlee has about 5 blocked shots in this game. Harper Fromm to inbound for the Lady Hawks. Gets it into Wargle. To Baker. Out to Wargle. Fires the 3. No good. Long rebound comes down to Arnack, and she drags her foot as she starts to stop. And the Lady Hawks will take over at the 6-minute mark exactly. Into Fromm. Fromm with the basketball over to Wargle. Wargle to Baker. Back to Wargle. She dumps it low to Horton over her head. It's going to be off of an Egyptian player. And Lady Hawks send in 4 players. They're going to leave Hallie Holmes on the floor as Russell, Forrester, Holloway, and Eastman check in. Pass to Holloway in the corner. She puts one up. Corner 3. Over to Houston. Houston tries to make a move. And we have a foul coming on Cadence Holloway. That'll be her second, team second. And Egyptian will inbound the ball into their own goal. Greenlee out to Johnson. Johnson into Greenlee, out to Houston. Fires a long 2, up and good. And Lyric Houston connects for the first field goal of the game for Lady Pharaohs. Into the front court, Forrester. Over to Eastman. Eastman into Holloway, out to Russell. Now back out to Eastman. Fires a long 2, and it is good. Abby Eastman connects, and the Lady Hawks answer back with a long 2 of their own. Greenlee drives in, fires the 3. It's up. No good. Rebound comes down to Russell. She is on the move. Russell drives at the length of the floor, loses the handle as she gets near the goal. Gets it off to Holloway. Holloway drives in, puts one up. No good. Houston with the rebound for Egyptian. And the Lady Pharaohs back on the offensive end. Arnack over to Greenlee. She fires the 3. It is up, and it is good. And Vanessa Greenlee connects for a 3-point basket for the Lady Pharaohs. And the lead is now 34 for the Lady Hawks. Forrester over to Russell, top of the key, out near the center circle. Now over to Forrester, out to Eastman, and to Holloway, over to Russell. Back to Eastman. She fires the long 2. It is no good. Rebound comes down to Kaufman of Egyptian. She drives to the other end. Gets it out to Greenlee. Over to Arnack. Arnack fires the 3, partially blocked there. Abby Eastman comes down with a loose ball. Gets it off to Russell. Back to Eastman. And the Lady Hawks are back on the offensive end with 3 minutes, 45 seconds to go in the first half. Russell with the basketball on the far side. Up top to Hannah Forrester. Over to Eastman. Eastman up top to Russell. Russell into Holloway, who makes her move to the goal. She is blocked from behind by Greenlee, but it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch on Egyptian. And the Lady Hawks will inbound into their own goal. Sophie Wargle checks in. Abby Eastman will go to the bench. Russell Bounce pass in to Wargle. She tries to feed Hallie Holmes, but the ball is knocked loose. Wargle comes up with it, feeds Russell on the low block, and she scores. And the Lady Hawks advance their lead. Shot there from Greenlee, no good. Rebound comes down to number 3, Johnson. Her shot, no good. Lady Hawks with the board, and we are under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Russell into Holloway. She tries to make a move, loses the ball off her leg, but they're going to say it was touched by Egyptian, and it will be Gallatin County basketball across the way. Winner of this game advances to Monday night 7:30 game against Goreville. Into Holloway. She tries to dump it down low to Holmes, but a little too high, a little too far. And Lady Hawks turn it over to the Lady Pharaohs. Kaufman with the basketball. Into the corner to Johnson. Johnson back up top over the head of Greenlee. That ball is going back court and is ran down by Holloway, who pulls it back out. Didn't realize she had one of her own players on her end of the floor. Thought she was by herself. Pass to Russell, nearly stolen. Back out to Holloway. Holloway drives in, puts up the 12-footer. No good. Rebound comes down to Johnson of Egyptian. Gives it off to Arnak. Arnak across the line. She flings it cross court. Wargle with the steal. Sophie Wargle. Bounce pass to Baker, cutting on the other side. I'm sorry, to Holloway, cutting on the other side. She is fouled by Greenlee, and that will be her second. It will send Cadence Holloway to the line to shoot 2. And 2:05 on the clock. Cadence Holloway will be at the line shooting a pair for the Lady Hawks. Cadence good on the first one. Checking in for the Hawks, Mariah Horton and Greenlee Baker. And I think maybe Harper Fromm also. We had 3 ladies come off the floor. Cadence second shot up and good. And the Lady Hawks lead it by a bundle. Pass cross court, knocked out of bounds by Holloway. It'll be Egyptian basketball right in front of the Hawk bench. Good catch there by Coach Fromm. That would have hit Coach Brazier right in the head. Ball inbounded to Houston. Back to Johnson, stolen by Holloway. The ball is knocked loose out of her hands. Baker tries to save it in the corner, and it'll be out of bounds off of Gallatin County. 1:49 left to go, first half. Pass over, knocked away, but Greenlee still has it. Now Holloway steals it. Bounce pass to Baker. Baker's shot no good. She almost trips as she goes up. Holloway with the shot, and she is going to be fouled by Lyric Houston, and that will be her 4th. And Cadence Holloway to the line to shoot 2. First shot up and good. Didn't see what was, we got someone checking in for the shooter down there. It looks like Jocelyn Oxford is hanging out by the scorer's table. And Cadence connects on the second, and Jocelyn will check in as Holloway will go out. And with about 95 seconds to go in the first half, Lady Hawks lead it by 40. Greenlee fires one up, no good. Long rebound to Russell. She has it. The Lady Hawks will just work it back to their end of the floor. Harper Fromm with the basketball up top. Over to Oxford. Oxford to Baker. Baker hits Fromm down on the baseline. She dumps it low to, I think she was trying to get it to Horton, but it went over her head. Russell comes up with it. Jump ball, Gallatin County basketball. Abby Eastman checks in. Riley Russell will go have a seat. And Oxford to inbound the ball for the Lady Hawks. She gets it in to Horton. To Baker, back to Oxford in the corner. To Baker, fires the 3. No good, rebound. And it is Egyptian that pulls down the rebound. Foul on Abby Eastman. That will be her first. And the team third on the Hawks. 52 seconds left to go in the first half. Pass ahead to Johnson. Out to Greenlee. She feeds Houston underneath. Loses the handle. Gets it out to Arnak. Fires the 3. Off the board. No good. Oxford with the rebound. Jocelyn Oxford takes it all the way down to the other end. She puts it up and in. Jocelyn Oxford with her first bucket of the game. And the Lady Hawks. And there's a pass stolen by Baker. Baker's going to drive. She's going to go. She's going to put it up. She misses. Rebound comes down to Egyptian. And that is Johnson that had the rebound. Gives it off to Greenlee. We've got 12 seconds on the clock. 10-9 into the front court. Greenlee looking for some help. Harper Fromm with the steal. 5 seconds on the clock. Harper comes down, fires the three. No good. And that'll be it for the first half. Lady Hawks lead it 48-6 at the break. And we will be back in a few moments with some halftime stats, with a calendar of events, and we will be ready for the third quarter directly. Stay with us.
The Gallatin County Athletic Boosters would like to say a huge thank you to this year's broadcast sponsors. Ultra-fast speeds? Check. Future-proof network? Check. Locally owned with local technicians and local customer service? Triple check. Shawnee Communications has built its fiber network to ensure your online lifestyle never skips a beat. Whether you're streaming, deploying smart home devices, or working remotely, Shawnee Communication checks all of your boxes. To learn more, visit www.shawnee.com. Wenzel Lumber Company, located at 7490 Island Riffle Road in Junction, Illinois, are producers of crane and access mats, hardwood cribbling, mine props, timbers, and pin boards. Call 618-269-3286 for all your lumber needs at Wenzel Lumber Company. New Hope General Baptist Church and Pastor Daniel Accord invite everyone to join them for Sunday school at 9:30, church at 10:30, and Thursday night Bible study at 6 o'clock. They are located just 4 miles north of Ridgeway on Jackson New Hope Road. New Hope General Baptist Church, sharing God's love together. Banterra Bank is proud to support Gallatin County schools. Did you know that Banterra has been helping our community thrive since 1975? It all started right here in Gallatin County with Banterra's very first branch in Ridgeway. Today, 50 years later, Banterra has grown to more than 40 locations across 6 states, and they are proud to be based in Southern Illinois. Now, opening an account is easier than ever with Banterra's new online account opening option. You can get started anytime, anywhere. Stop by your local branch or visit Banterra Bank to open your account today. Banterra Bank, member FDIC. Are you looking for a place where you can feel like part of the family? A place to grow in faith and connect with your community? We'd love for you to join us this Sunday at the Ohio Valley General Baptist Church in Shawneetown, located at 188 East Church Street. Come as you are. Everyone is welcome. Our Sunday school kicks things off at 10 a.m. Then stay with us for our Sunday morning worship service at 11 a.m., where Pastor Perry Musgraves brings an inspiring message straight from Scripture. Find your church family at Ohio Valley General Baptist Church.
The philosophy of Legence Bank is sit down with the customer, listen to their needs, and figure it out and figure a solution for them.
During COVID, Legence, they were who we looked for the PPP loan help, which allowed us to guarantee wages with our employees. Legence, they understand your entire business, whether it be checking, savings, equipment loans. They've really been a great partner in our business.
We have a great array of business products that we offer our customers. Our app is a great feature that we offer because there's so many capabilities with it. All of these different ways of taking care of your business definitely help the business work smoothly and efficiently.
Shawnee Tree Service LLC is a fully insured local business that provides 24/7 service on storm cleanup. They also provide tree trimming, tree removal, and stump grinding. Contact Gallatin County native Garrett Crane at 618-383-3019 for all your needs. The Gallatin County Athletic Boosters would also like to thank the following families and individuals: Larry and Jill Fillingham, John and Kathy Seeley, Terry and Anita Golden, the West family, Nick and Jacqueline Hunt, Mike and Charlotte Pritchett, Patty Winters, the Russell family, Class of 1992, A huge thank you to all the sponsors for supporting your Hawks athletics.
Yeah, we have got about 5 minutes, 45 seconds on the clock here before we get back to the second half. Let's go ahead and talk about that upcoming calendar. Let's talk about the girls first, as they are currently in control of this game, 48-6 right now at the half. Lady Hawks lead it. Let's check the scoring, then we'll talk about the implications. For the Lady Hawks, they are being led in scoring right now by Riley Russell with 10 points, 9 points from Cadence Holloway, 6 points from Sophie Wargle, 5 points apiece for Greenlee Baker, Hallie Holmes, and Abby Eastman, 4 points for Hannah Forrester, and 2 points apiece for Jocelyn Oxford and Mariah Horton. And that is the scoring for the Lady Hawks that gets their 48. For Egyptian, they have 6 points right now, 4 points from Vanessa Greenlee, 2 points from Lyric Houston, and that is their scoring. So, as we were saying, the implications of this game, the winner of this game will advance to Monday night's semifinal game against the Goreville Lady Black Cats. That game is at 7:30 Monday night right here in Gallatin County. That will be after the 6 o'clock game. Christopher will be taking on the winner of Pope County and Joppa. And that will be the first game of the evening. The second game of the evening will be Goreville and Gallatin County. I will double check that to make sure I am correct, though, before we get too far along. So that is where the girls are at right now. For the boys, they had an interesting game last night at Pope County. Being behind at halftime and then coming back in the second half to they were down by 1 at halftime. They came back in the second half for a 21-point victory as they just took over the ball game last night. They are still in the running for the regular season conference championship, and that will be tested big time coming up Tuesday night when the boys travel down to Hardin County to take on the Hardin County Cougars. The winner of that game will definitely be in the driver's seat as far as winning the conference. If Hardin County wins it, they are going to win the conference outright. If Gallatin wins it, then they are tied pending the results of the rest of the week. So the boys are at Hardin County Tuesday night. Then Wednesday night, they're at home against Carrier Mills. Thursday night at home for senior night against the Crab Orchard Trojans. And then the boys will start their regional play next Monday, the 23rd, and it will be here at Gallatin County against those same Crab Orchard Trojans, as they've drawn them as their first-round opponent in the regional tournament. So that's where we're at with everything. Just double-check things. Yes, Monday night, 6 o'clock, Christopher versus the winner of Pope County Joppa, and at 7:30, the winner of this game against the Goreville Lady Black Cats. The girls' championship of the regional will take place next Friday night, which is February 20th. That is also here at Gallatin County, and I believe that's at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock start time for the championship game next Friday night. So we're about 2 minutes away from the start of the second half. Just to give you some commentary on this one, the Lady Hawks, their defense was just overwhelming for Egyptian with only 5 players. So it is a very tough spot to try to go and win when you only have a limited number of players like that. And they're all sophomores and freshmen. They have 3 sophomores, 2 freshmen, and it's very difficult when you're placed in that situation. So I give all the credit to those kids and to the coach from Egyptian. They are doing their best, but right now Gallatin with a commanding lead, 42 points at the break, and it looks as if the Lady Hawks are going to advance to Monday night's game against Goreville. So there's our buzzer, and that is going to call everybody to the bench. And we will get started with the second half. It looks like it's going to be Egyptian basketball to start the second half across the way. Started to say, I know who Egyptian is putting out on the floor. They only have the 5 girls, and those young ladies are back out there. Egyptian does have 1 player. Number 2, Lyric Houston, has 4 fouls right now. And so she picks up another. Egyptian's playing shorthanded the rest of the way. And both teams using all their time here. Looks like for Gallatin County, it will be the starting 5 that started the game: Russell, Forrester, Holmes, Holloway, and Wargle. And there we go. And Jerry Suits is across the way. He said it's going to be blue ball. We are ready to go. Going to let the little young man with the iPad get up on the steps, and we're ready to play basketball. Johnson with the ball for Egyptian. She tries to feed Houston underneath. Kaufman comes down with a loose ball. Greenlee has it out to Johnson for 3. No good. Arnak with a rebound. Her shot is put up, and she does not connect as Russell blocks it. Comes down with a loose ball, drives the length of the floor, and will be called for a traveling call as she was trying to get the pass off underneath the goal. Pass up into the front court, stolen by Forrester as it went over the head of all the players of Egyptian. Forreston pulls it out over to Russell. Russell with the basketball up top to Holloway, over to Forrester. Lady Hawks working on a few things here, just running the offense. Over to Holloway. She drives in, fires one up, no good. Rebound comes down to Kaufman of Egyptian. She comes to the front court, gets it to Houston. Houston gets rid of it out to Greenlee. Greenlee in the corner to Johnson. Back to Greenlee. Steps up, fires a 3. In and out. Rebound, Hallie Holmes. Gets it off to Holloway. And the Lady Hawks bring it back to their end and slow it down. Russell over to Forrester. Forrester down in the corner. Holloway fires a 3, and it is up and good from 3-point range in the corner. Corner 3. And Holloway with her 12th point of the night. And there's a steal by Holloway. And she drives down, lays it up and in. And the Lady Hawks pushed their lead up to 47. Over to Greenlee. She fires one up from 3. In and out. Comes down to Wargle. To Russell. Into the front court. Into Holmes. Over to Wargle. Wargle nearly loses the handle. Saves it from going out of bounds. I'll move the camera here. Into Forrester. Out to Wargle for 3. No good. Rebound Holmes. She goes up. Her shot no good. Rebound comes down to Holloway. She steps out. She fires a 3. No good. Wargle with the rebound. Into Holmes. Up and in. Hallie Holmes under the goal. And the Lady Hawks extend their lead. Into Greenlee. Off to Johnson in the corner. Up to Kaufman. Pass out to Arnak. Her shot no good. Rebound comes down to Russell. And the Lady Hawks bring it up into their front court. Russell with the basketball. In the corner to Holloway. Fires up another 3. Misses it. Rebound comes down to Wargle. She gets it out to Forrester, who pulls it out. Out to Russell. Over to Forrester. In the corner to Holloway. She drives in. Into Holmes. Up and in. And the Lady Hawks now lead it by 51. In the corner, Russell with the steal. She brings it up into the front court all the way down. Russell scores. And we have an official's timeout to get some players in off the bench as the Lady Hawks Empty the bench. Ball over to Greenlee. Into Kaufman. Over to Johnson in the corner. She drives the baseline, puts one up, no good. Eastman comes down with a loose ball. Gives it off to Fromm. And across the line into the front court are the Hawks. Over to Baker. She fires a three. No good. Fromm saves it back in. Now it goes out of bounds. 4:09 on the clock. Into Kaufman. Into the front court. Over to Arnak. Down to Houston in the corner. Feeds Greenlee back to Houston. Her shot no good. Rebound comes down to Horton. Horton gives it off to Oxford. Oxford on the right side. Up top to Baker. Baker pulls it back out. Over to Fromm. Fromm to Oxford, to Baker on the right side. She will go baseline, puts up the shot, no good. Comes down to Kaufman from Egyptian. She gets it out to Johnson. Johnson works the length of the floor, puts one up, no good. Rebound comes down to Oxford of Gallatin County. Up into the front court, Jocelyn Oxford. To Fromm. We're down to about 3 minutes to go. Eastman dumps it in. Horton, she goes up, she scores. Good look there from Abby. She feeds Mariah Horton on the low block. The Lady Hawks. Pass stolen by Oxford, and she is going to drive. She's going to lay it up and in. Jocelyn Oxford. To Kaufman, to Greenlee, now over to Houston. Houston's going to drive in, put one up off the board. No, on off the board. Misses the shot. Rebound comes down to Baker. Baker brings it across half court. Egyptian in a 2-1-2 defense. Out top to Fromm, over to Baker. Baker to Horton. Out to Oxford, over to Baker. Baker to Fromm. Back to Baker. Oxford. Baker to Fromm. He's going to step up, fire the three. Harper Fromm misses. Horton with a rebound, has it partially blocked by Houston. She comes down with a loose ball. And the Lady Pharaohs take it back to their offensive side. Arnak with the basketball. Over to Houston. Down low to Greenlee. Greenlee up top. Arnak back to Greenlee. Cross court to Kaufman. She puts up the two. No good. Rebound comes down. Houston fires a three. No good. Rebound will be out of bounds. And 1:20 on the clock. And the Lady Hawks well in front here, 63-6. Into the front court, Fromm to Baker. Up top to Oxford, over to Fromm. Out to Baker. Baker has her pass knocked down. Oxford runs it down. Gets it back to Baker. To Horton. Underneath to Eastman. Ball loose on the ground. Jump ball, and it will be Gallatin County basketball. 52.9 left in the third quarter. Eastman into Baker. Baker to Fromm. They pull it out. And I believe the Hawks will play for one shot. Over to Baker. Back to Oxford. Over to Baker. Up top to Fromm. Over to Baker on the left side. Back up to Oxford. Over to Baker. 15 seconds. 13 on the clock. Back to Oxford. Over to Fromm. Fromm goes baseline, bounce pass into Horton. She turns, she shoots, has it blocked. Rebound comes down to Egyptian. Greenlee throws it ahead, stolen by Oxford, but that's going to be it. And at the end of 3, the Lady Hawks lead it 63-6. We will be back in 60 seconds. And it is Egyptian basketball across the way. Arnak to throw it in, gets it into Kaufman. Down to Greenlee. Greenlee turns, her pass stolen by Fromm. She brings it back to the other end. They pull it out to Baker. Out to Eastman. Eastman calling for Harper Fromm, hands it off to her. Over to Eastman. To Oxford. Back to Eastman. To Fromm. Over to Eastman to Horton in the middle now. Thought she was going to go cross court to Fromm. She's going to be called for the traveling violation. And that's going to turn it back over to Egyptian. We do have the running clock in effect. So we are at 7 minutes and counting. Pass in the corner to Johnson. Fires one up. No good. Rebound comes down to Eastman. Eastman with the basketball. Gives it off to Ford. Nope, she's going to take it herself. Thought she was going to give it to Harper, but Abby decided she wanted to dribble the ball up herself. Now she gives it off to Harper. Steps up. Harper fires the 3. No good. Rebound Horton. She sticks it back up. No good. Rebound kicked out. And it is Harper Fromm that comes down with it. And we're going to have a foul coming against number 3, Allison Johnson. That'll be her first. Team first on Egyptian. The Lady Hawks inbound it. 6:15 on the clock. Over to Baker in the corner to Eastman. Up top to Baker. To Oxford, back to Baker. Down to Eastman. Fires up the long 2. No good. Rebound tapped out. Eastman has it. Takes it back out up top, and the Lady Hawks will reset. Oxford. 5:45 on the clock and running. Down to Fromm. Fires one up from the corner. No good. Rebound comes down to Kaufman of Egyptian. They work it back to their end of the floor. Pass inside, broken up, nearly stolen. Now jump ball will be Gallatin County basketball on the jump ball. And Egyptian wants a timeout. "30-second timeout, Egyptian." And the coach just giving his kids a rest. I mean, he's doing his best down there, and I have to applaud him for that. So, and he is trying to teach. He's talking to them about where they need to be and what they need to do, and you know how they can get better. It's just that's a tough situation when you are. That's a tough situation when you're dealing with only 5 kids, and you know my hat goes off to him. I know that is that's a tough spot. So, Lady Hawks lead it 63-6. Sophie Wargel checking in. And Abby Eastman will have a seat, and it looks like it will be Gallatin County basketball across the way. 5:13 on the clock and running. Into the front court, Oxford. Over to Fromm. Fromm down to, into Horton. Horton turns, and she is moving her feet there as she's turning. That's what Coach Fromm is explaining. And Lady Hawks turn it back over to Egyptian. Ball in to Kaufman. Lady Pharaohs get it into Houston, stolen by Wargle. Wargle will drive down and pull it back out. And the Lady Hawks content to let the clock run. Like I said, this is a tough spot when you get to this to a situation where you're a scoring deficit such as this. It's tough when you're the winning coach to try to keep competing on the floor but not want to embarrass the other team. Harper Fromm with a shot inside the lane, partially blocked. Houston comes down with it from Egyptian. She drives the length. She goes up. Her shot rims off. Rebound Wargle. She feeds it out to Baker, and Baker will slow it down over the line into the front court for the Lady Hawks. 4 minutes to go. Over to Fromm. Up top to Baker. Over to Fromm. Up top, Oxford with the ball. Steps in, over to Fromm. Steps up. Back to Oxford. Fires the three. No good. Rebound comes down to Wargle. She sticks it back up and in. And the Lady Hawks have the first points of the fourth quarter. Pass ahead to Houston. Houston out to Greenlee, who fires the three. No good. Rebound comes down. Houston has it. Steps back. She fires the three. No good. And Wargle with the rebound gives it off to Oxford. And 3 minutes left to go in regulation. Over to Baker. In the corner to Wargle, who is going to fire up a three. And it is good for Sophie Wargle. Corner three. Into the front court for Egyptian. And that shot fired up from Arnak. No good. Rebound comes down to Oxford. Oxford across the line. Into the front court. 2.5 left to go. Over to Baker. Baker to Oxford. Back to Baker. To Oxford. To Fromm. Into Wargle, dumps it low to Horton. One dribble, she goes up. She is fouled by Greenlee. That'll be her third, team second. And that's going to send Mariah Horton to the line to shoot two. And that is the referee's best friend in a running clock, as you can really consume some time. First shot is up and good for Mariah Horton. Mariah's second shot coming. It is short and no good, out of bounds. Be Egyptian basketball. And with 1.5 minutes to go, Lady Hawks lead it 69-6. Houston's shot no good. Gives it off to Wargle, now out to Oxford. Lady Hawks bring it up into the front court. .1:15 on the clock. Lady Hawks content to hold the basketball. To Oxford. Back to Fromm. And we are under the 1 minute mark. And Egyptian coming out of the zone defense to play a little man here for the last minute. Fromm gives it off to Baker. Baker works her way down to the right corner and to Horton, who's going to power her way to the goal. Nope, gives it out to Oxford. He thought about the three and didn't take it. Gets it into Wargle, back to Oxford. 30 seconds left. And Egyptian going to come out and guard again. Oxford drives in. She will lay one up. No good. Rebound comes down to Houston from Egyptian. And the Lady Pharaohs will have one more opportunity to put some points on the board before this one's over. Into Greenlee, over to Kaufman. Her shot is up and good off the board. And the fans from Gallatin County give her a good hand for the effort, as that's going to do it. And that's going to be it. Lady Hawks win one, 69-8 over the Egyptian Lady Pharaohs. Let's take a look at the scoring. Lady Hawks were led by Cadence Holloway with 14, Riley Russell with 12, Sophie Wargle with 11, 9 points for Hallie Holmes. 9 points. I'm sorry. Got off my line here. 9 points for Hallie Holmes. 5 points for Mariah Horton, 5 points for Abby Eastman, 4 points for Hannah Forrester, 4 points for Jocelyn Oxford, and 5 points for Greenlee Baker, and that is the scoring for the Lady Hawks. For Egyptian, they were led by Vanessa Greenlee with 4, 2 points for Lyric Houston, and 2 points for Faith Kaufman. The Lady Hawks improved to 16-14 on the season, and they will advance to Monday night's game at 7:30 against the Goreville Lady Black Cats. So we got Coach Fromm coming up, and we're going to keep him, not going to keep him very long here on this one, but glad he could stop by and talk to us. And Coach, I know the outcome you wanted, but it's one of those things. It's when I was talking up here, this is a tough game on a coach who's in a situation like that where you're up so much. It's hard not to keep competing, but by the same token, you don't want to embarrass the other team, and I think you did a good job of that.
Thank you. Now I got to give Egyptian. They played hard the entire game. Only having 5 players, that's really tough to continue playing. And plus with being down, they played hard. Their coach was constantly positive over there, working with those girls, and did a great job, kind of keeping their spirits up through that. And yeah, it is difficult. We didn't want to teach our girls bad habits, not going after the ball, not going for fast breaks, because that's what we kind of live off of. But it was good to be able to pull it back, work our half-court offense against a team that doesn't quite know our plays. When we do it in practice, players cheat on the play because they know what's going to happen. And it was good for us in that aspect, but we also didn't want to develop bad habits in there. So it was kind of a balancing act trying to do that. But I thought the girls played hard tonight. Their defense once again was what helped them out, and we actually were hitting shots tonight too. So that was a double-edged sword for us tonight. We're playing pretty good basketball tonight.
And like I said, you said it right. Your girls played pretty good basketball. I thought all your players, you get good, you had good contributions up and down the line. Just looking at the scoring, 14 points, 12 points, 11, 9 points. I mean, you had good, and that was pretty much from your starters. So you had good contributions. I thought your players executed well. Now you move to Monday night. You got a familiar opponent Monday night in Goreville.
Yeah. This will be the 3rd time we play Goreville. They're a very tough team, well coached. They play hard. We got beat bad by them early in the year by like 25, and then last time we played them we lost by 4. So we probably should have won that game. We had every chance to win it. We hit a couple free throws in that game, and we probably win that game. But it's going to be a really good game. I hope everybody comes out to support us. I had a great crowd here today. Really, everybody can come out and help us out and help us get a win against Goreville and hopefully make it to the regional championship. But it's going to be a tough task. Goreville's a good team, and they play really well.
Well, Coach, I want to thank you again. Like I said, keep you short on this one because I know there's not a lot to be said, but congratulations and good luck Monday night.
Thank you for coming out. Thanks for everybody that watched and came to the game. Appreciate it. Thanks.
That was Coach Fromm. Lady Hawks, like I said, move on to a 16-14 record. They improve on the season to that. Monday night, they will be in action here at school. That game will be it's scheduled to be for 7:30. It's the second game of the night. The first game of the night will be between Christopher and the winner of a game that's being played today between Pope County and Joppa. The winner of that one will play Christopher at 6 o'clock, and then our girls will be on the floor thereafter to take on the Goreville Lady Black Cats. The boys will be back in action Tuesday night at Hardin County. Wednesday night, the boys are at home against Cara Mills, and Thursday night is senior night The boys are at home against Crab Orchard. So a lot of basketball next week and hopefully a lot more if the Lady Hawks can keep winning and advancing. So until I talk to you on Tuesday night, this is Dave Cruzen saying I'll see you down the road. Have a good day.